name is Khizar Nandoliya. I'm a medical student at Northwestern. The project I'm most excited about right now is working on an implant for very local chemotherapy in more aggressive versions of an intracranial tumor called meningiomas. And this was really inspired by a lot of multidisciplinary conversations between world-class neuropathologists, neurosurgeons, and engineers right here at Northwestern. The vast majority of meningiomas are benign, and they tend not to come back after they've been resected. But there is that 15 to 20% that they will keep recurring because of microscopic residual that we're not able to visually identify and take out at time of surgery. So the goal of our project was to create an implant that after the neurosurgeon takes the tumor out, we can kind of just leave it behind in the cavity, and then the idea is that chemotherapy will kill off whatever tumor cells are left behind without causing too much toxicity system-wide. It is impossible to overstate the importance of mentorship in research. When you're a trainee, both in the clinical and research realms, everything you do, you're doing pretty much for the first time. What makes me really feel supported by my mentors is specifically in those moments when we're kind of going back to the drawing board because one of our ideas hasn't been working, and they're able to draw upon their well of experience to kind of guide you in the right direction. One of the biggest challenges that a lot of medical students who are interested in research as well face is balancing both, your clinical training as well as the research that you're doing. And all the mentors and all the resources at Northwestern Medicine are really helpful in providing you with the flexibility to make progress on both fronts at the same time. My research experiences at Northwestern have really reinforced my aspirations to go into academic neurosurgery. I think balancing both the clinical and the research realms adds a layer of complexity and challenge, but the breakthroughs are always worth it at the end. Through my research, interfacing with a lot of the neurosurgeons at Northwestern, it's really given me a behind-the-scenes look into the operating room that most medical students don't have access to. Research is so important in the field of neurosurgery because there's still so much we don't understand about the nervous system. It really is, in many ways, kind of one of the last final frontiers. I personally don't think that it's enough just to uncover all these molecular mechanisms if we're not able to turn them into better quality of life and longer life for our patients. My advice to prospective medical students interested in research would be to get started early. Being on the cutting edge of knowledge really adds a lot of depth to your medical education, but working on any project from start to finish really takes a lot of time. So it's very important, if you're interested in research, to start working on identifying those mentors early on.